Hi guys, my name is Faith on Untitled Show and welcome back to my channel. If you're new on this channel, you're most definitely welcome. I hope you learned something. And if you're a returning viewer and subscriber, thank you for coming back. And as always, please enjoy the video. Today we're going to be talking about BLC. Exciting times, I tell you. So BLC is basic leader course, right? It's the first step in the non-commissioned officer education system. So the STEP program, the Select, Train, Educate, and Promote. It's an initiative of the Army that helps to train and educate eligible soldiers to become leaders and non-commissioned officers. The criteria is you have to have done your SSD1. The SSD1 is changing to DLC, Distributed Leader Course, but for now I think it's still SSD1. When you complete SSD1, then you can go to the promotion board, but usually you can go to BLC before going to the board. So my BLC story is very funny, very funny. So after you do your SSD1, go to the promotion board, the natural thing is to wait for your name to come on the BLC list, which is very exciting times. A lot of people wait a long time. I know a soldier that's actually been waiting for over a year for BLC. So at Fort Sill, where I'm stationed, there was a backlog of people that had not gone to BLC. So for a long time they were taking people with star MOSs. So star MOSs is like an MOS that is, they don't have enough people, right? They don't have enough NCOs, so they were giving those people priority. So for MOSs like mine that were in high priority, or they were looking for soldiers to become non-commissioned officers, we had to wait. We were like second option to go. So for the longest time there were no slots, but thank God now, you know, a lot of people have gone through. Now they're taking, like, we the normal MOS people now have a better chance of going to BLC. So when I got the email that I was going to BLC, I was very excited because I've been waiting for BLC for over a year to get promoted, and without BLC you can't get promoted anymore. There was a time when you could, but right now without BLC you can't get promoted. So I was really excited. There's a list of things that you have to get done before the start date of BLC. There's a packet. Usually your school's NCO or your unit will be tracking what they need, but it's just basic stuff like an updated ERB and certificates like anti-terrorism certificates. You have to get like a APFT, a recent APFT within 30 days of the start date of BLC. So all of that should be pretty easy, to be honest. Should be pretty easy. So on the first day when you show up, you want to make sure you're in the right uniform. I know a soldier that came in PTs. I don't know why, but he was kicked back, right? If you have a profile, please make sure it's a permanent profile. They won't take you if you're on a temporary profile. So if you are on a temporary profile, make sure you get off it. And if you're so badly injured that you can't run or you can't do any exercises that has to do with the APFT, go to your doctor, go to your primary care provider, and please get a permanent profile. I know a couple of people, 2 to 3 soldiers, that were denied admission into BLC because they had a temporary profile. And when you do get the email, there are a list of things that you need to get done before you come to school. So make sure you pay attention to those things and get it done, because you don't want to show up on that day not having the, you know, the prerequisites. And also when you do get there, you have like a grace period of 48 hours to get your documents intact. So if there are some things you're missing, you have a 2-day period grace to get those things, you know, together. The BLC, so before the school was more geared into military stuff. No, I don't mean military stuff, like land nav and stuff. But this new BLC now is more focused on the classroom system. So they're more focused on how you can write, because in your military career you're going to write a lot. If it's counselings, memorandums, awards for your soldiers. So this new BLC is more geared towards polishing up your written English. Yeah, because a lot of the assessments, 3 of the assessments was on writing. Number 1, how to correctly perform a PT session. So PRT in the morning, you go in the morning, you do your prep drill, your CD1, CD2, MMD1, MMD2, if you're going to run, and all of that. So they make sure that you as a leader can properly perform those exercises. Why is that important? Because number 1, you're going to instruct people, so you should be doing it right, and you should be able to teach your soldiers how to do it right. Because improper exercise, like you not doing the exercise right, can injure you more. And the exercises are meant to like condition and maintain you and sustain your body. So if you're doing it wrong, then what's the point, right? We also did drills and ceremony, like marching and aligning the squad, inspecting the squad. As a leader, those are the fundamental things you should know. So we got instructed on that, right? And there was an assessment. The PRT drills and the drill and ceremony was our first assessment. So there's a list. When you do get into BLC, there's a list of things that you need to do. So for me, I was assessed on the preparation drill, of course, the CD1 and CD2, MMD1, MMD2, recovery and cool down, right? Cool down, then recovery. You get graded on all of that. Then the drill and ceremony, you get assessed on your aligning the squad, inspecting the squad, left face, right face, rear march, all of those things, right? So let me tell you a story on my assessment. So when we first got there, it was like the second week that we did the assessment, right? And I was, at home I was practicing and practicing and practicing, right? But of course on the day you're nervous, so just make sure you calm down, know what you're doing, because those assessments count towards your end of grade, right? So if you're one of those soldiers that just want to get BLC done, you just want to pass BLC and just get over with, I guess that's your choice and that's fine. So just know the basics, right? But if you're a high achiever and you plan on getting distinguished honor grad or be on the commandant's list, come out as honors, you want to pay closer attention. If you want to make sure you get a 90 and above in all your assessments. If you don't get a 90 and above, your chances of becoming a distinguished honor grad or be on the commandant's list is really slim. So you want to take those things seriously. If you come out with a distinguished honor grad, that's 40 points to your promotion point. And if you come out as an honors graduate on the commandant's list, that's 20 points. So that's more points for you when you want to get promoted, to increase your chances of getting promoted. So you want to take those things seriously. The sharp essay. The sharp essay is not in the assessment, right? You're supposed to write. So the Sexual Harassment and Assault Response Program, you write an essay on it. Just what causes it, what causes soldiers to sexually harass or assault other people, ways to stop it, ways the army is, what can you improve and what can you add to it, right? So you want to take that seriously, because that's the first written test you take. But even though it's not an assessment, you don't get assessed on it, it's still an assessment for the SGLs to see how good you are in writing, right? And if you the best 3, I believe the best 3 at the end of the class, at the end of the course, the best 3 essays is given to the commandant to read, and the winner gets the leadership, what do they get? They get an award, which is like 20, I don't think it's any points. Oof, I don't know. I'm gonna confirm and add it somewhere in here, but it is something of honor, and I think you do get points for that. I'll make sure, I'll confirm and let you guys know. So you want to take that seriously. My sharp essay was one of the 3 that was considered to be read by the commandant, right? If you guys have any questions on what I wrote or my approach to my essay, please let me know. But I didn't know I did that much of a good job. I just put all my effort in it. I put my effort in it, and I guess they thought it was good enough to be considered as, you know, a finalist to get the award. They give you an essay, they give you a topic to write on regarding, it could be anything, but you know beforehand, right? Most of these things, you want to take them seriously. You want to like do your research and just write properly. You can also give like somebody that you trust, an NCO that you trust, you can give them to proofread for you. So there's some things they look at, your concision, your spellings, you know, you having a introduction, a body, and a paragraph, you having a thesis in your introduction. Those things, those guidelines, you have to follow them. Me personally, I had a problem with my concision, right? So my writing is good, my spelling is good, you know, my use of English and my using my thesis, body, paragraph, and conclusion was good, but the guideline was to limit your words to 15 words per sentence, and I struggle with that a lot because I felt like there was a lot of things I wanted to say that I couldn't say 15 words in a sentence, so that always dropped me. So in my sharp essay I got a 94%, right? But in my subsequent essays, I don't know, I just found it difficult. Maybe it's the way I talk in long sentences, so maybe that's why I found it hard typing in shorter sentences, and I found myself getting ducked down really bad for concision. Like my next essay I got a 90%, and the only thing that brought me down that low was my concision. I was writing 24 words in a sentence. I was writing, then as I got better I was writing like 18-19 words, but I was still getting ducked down really bad for my concision. So yeah, look out for that, and you know, work on it. You know, you can start working on it. What is worth doing is worth doing well. You know, if I'd known before, prior, I would have been practicing. But yeah, then we had a class, a CIT class, where they give you a topic. Ours was on land navigation, right? So since we're no longer doing like land nav outside, we're no longer going outside to do land navigation, we were given a topic, then you go do your research and teach the class. And there are a lot of things, because how that translates in the normal army is you give sergeant times training. Sergeant times training is supposed to be on Thursdays, right? You're supposed to educate soldiers on fundamentals of the army, like land nav, first aid, weapons and stuff, right? So you have to know how to teach a class and maintain high contact and make sure your students are, you know, tracking what you're teaching, the soldiers are tracking what you're teaching. So the CIT was an accessible test where they gave us a topic and there was guidelines. You have to introduce yourself, you have to have eye contact, you have to teach what teach the lesson you were given and assess your soldiers based on that, then report back to the SGLs. That particular test was pretty easy. A lot of people got high marks because you had a guideline, and as long as you followed it and you knew what you were saying, then you were good, right? So that was the fourth assessment. So it was the PT assessment, the drill and ceremony, the essay. What did I write on my essay? I really can't remember. The fourth one was the CIT, and the fifth one was so the essay you wrote, you're going to give a class on it, right? So the CIT was a different thing, but the essay that you're going to write, you're going to then give a class on it. So giving a class is just something as CIT, but now you're not teaching, you're just educating. There's a difference, right? Teaching, you're going to assess the people later, but educating, you're just, you know, explaining to them what the topic is, so you get assessed on that too, right? And I think that was all of it. And please, if you get a 90 and above, your chances of coming out with honors is high. So if you commit an offense, like you come late, or in one of the like in a land nav class you don't have your compass, or you're just caught acting the fool, you get on spot on the spot correction, right? That doesn't go into anything, that doesn't count. But if you come late or you forget something, you get a counseling statement. If you get 2 counseling statements for the same offense, you get kicked out of BLC. They were really strict about that. Nobody got kicked out for offenses, but if you get 1 negative counseling, you're out for consideration for distinguished honor grad or honors list. So even if you get 100 in everything but you get a negative counseling, you're just booted out. You're automatically not in the race for any of those awards. So please don't get late to classes. If you go to lunch, don't come late, don't get late back. You know, just do whatever it is. It's so easy. I know a lot of people that would have come out top of our class, but they were just acting the fool, like just coming late. Other offenses that I don't know, but I know coming late was one of the biggest things. One of the guys in my class, really high-speed soldier, but he forgot his compass. He got a negative counseling. If like the 3rd day you get to BLC, you take a PT test. Please make sure, I mean, before you come to BLC, you should have taken a PT test. Your unit should have given you a PT test and height and weight. But if you know that, you know, somebody lied for you, or I'm not saying that happens, but you know, just make sure you're in the right shape, because if you fail the first APFT, they give you a week to take it again. I know 2 or 3 people that got kicked out because they couldn't pass the APFT or their height and weight. So you want to get in shape before that, because if it's taking so long for you to get to BLC, then all of a sudden, you know, you fail a PT test or you get kicked out for something as easy as height and weight, which is a standard in the first place. You know, that would be very sad, because there are a lot of other people that are waiting to get into the school. So please take advantage of it. You do go to BLC on the weekends, you go to class on the weekends. You don't get days off. Like if there's a 4-day, I know a lot of people were like angry about that, but yeah, on weekends it was from Monday till Saturday, with 06:30 to 1700, like a normal work day. On 4 days, we didn't have any 4 days. We were in class on 4 days, but all of that was exciting. What would I change about BLC? I wish I had enjoyed the process. I was very stressed out. I was like very stressed because I really wanted to come out distinguished honor grad, or at least honors on the honors list. I did make the honors list. Whoop, whoop. And I was kind of, well, that was good enough for me, you know. That was good, you know. Half a loaf is better than none, right? But I feel like I was overstressing. It was a lot of workload, a lot of things to be done within a short period. But that just teaches you time management, because it's doable. People have been doing it for years before you, so it's doable. It's just your time management and how focused you are, because as a senior, as a future non-commissioned officer and leader, there's going to be a lot of things. You're going to have a lot of soldiers, and you're going to be able to know how to manage your time. So I feel like that was a good thing at the end of the day, because it should just show you how you react under stress, because there was a lot of stuff to do. This is a long video, so I hope I passed a lot of information. If you guys have any questions about BLC, about any army related questions, please put it in the comment section and I will reply, as I always do. If you guys enjoyed my videos, if you did and you learned something, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel and spread the word.